Yo, how are we all doing then, people? So I'm actually off down to a park near where I live that has quite a lot of stuff in there that I can actually use for like calisthenics. There's loads of chin-up bars, pull-up bars and stuff, but then there's actually some really good dip bars and some other bits and bobs. So I'm gonna go down there, hit a session, first ever time being down here. But what a crazy last few days. It is Tuesday morning right now. I got married on Saturday. Sunday I was in recovery, went to watch Deadpool Wolverine, which was unbelievable. And then, yeah, yesterday we were just tidying up, sorting out the house, doing all that kind of good stuff. So it's been a pretty crazy few days. I'm now officially a married man, but we got to get back to training. I haven't trained in 3 days. I feel lazy, I feel awful, I feel weak, skinny, horrible. So let's get back to it. So we've literally just pulled up, and as you can see, I feel like this is gonna be spot on for what I need. There are some dip bars just there. There are chin-up bars, and then this like apparatus in the middle here, I feel like it's gonna come in very handy because my feet are still gonna be able to touch the floor. And I can pretty much jump up into a muscle up and just take out that initial bit. Just like the last time, guys, we again have our very trusty piece of paper. We're gonna be starting out with a warm-up of star jumps, wrist rolls, band pullovers, dislocators, whatever you wanna call them. And then I'm gonna do some explosive pull-ups, so just super high intensity pull up and then slow on the way down. Explode on the way up, slow on the way down, ×5 and then 5 push-ups. That's literally just the warm-up. Then we're gonna move into the working sets. I have mixed up the working sets a little bit due to some of the extra stuff that we have, and I do have my weighted vest as well. So star jumps to start, let's go. So I'm actually going to throw in a slightly different thing as well with the bands. I can feel my shoulders are pretty tight right now. So bands nice and tight, hand in where my belly button is, and then just out to the side, keeping your elbow locked in place. What you can also do, obviously this hand a little bit higher up, and then going from here, just a 90-degree angle, and then rotate up. So that's the first bit of the warm-up done, and as I said, we're now going to do some explosive pull-ups. So again, what I mean by this is literally as powerful as I can on the way up, fairly slow on the way down, probably about 2-second negative, and then explode on the way up. We're only going for like 5. I should probably take the wedding ring off first. See, like, I am managing to literally let go at the top of the reps. I'm literally letting go, so I'm exploding, letting go, seeing how high I can come off the bar. I don't want to keep doing too many. We've got plenty more sets to go. We're then going to finish off with 5 push-ups. There we go, that is the warm-up done. I'm gonna have to switch to a different bar because, say what you want, I can't get my hands around the girth of this bar. Obviously these ones in the middle, I can, but I don't wanna hit my head on the next one. So I'm gonna move over to there. That bar looks a little bit thinner. So now I'm gonna move into the actual working sets. I'll put on the weighted vest. Vest weighs about 10 to 15 kg. Some of the bits are missing, I believe. So might be in between the two, probably about 12.5. On top of obviously my body weight. This is mainly to help improve my strength over time and make it so that when I've not got this on, I'm able to pretty much just fly up and down on the bar. So I'm gonna go for 10 reps, nice and explosive again. 10 reps with the weighted vest. Let's go. Oh, I was right in saying I'm feeling weak today. I feel like both these calisthenics sessions, I'm just not feeling it, but I'm gonna smash it out regardless. I don't want to be a little negative person. Gonna get it done. We did the 10 reps, that's what we're aiming for. 10 more, 2 sets, move in some dips. Oh, right, let's try without the vest. We got 2 sets of, well, we got 1 set of 10, 1 set of 7, and then kind of 2 or 3 reps afterwards. So kind of 2 sets of 10, not quite, with the weighted vest. Now I'm gonna try and do 10 without. Here we go. Oh, my hands are taking an absolute battering. If you can see this. Next up, we have some weighted dips. Something slightly different though. We're not doing dips in the regular way. Your hands are out to your side. It's going to be like a progression that will push towards helping me do my first muscle up, like unassisted muscle up. So, like I say, instead of having 1 bar each side, dipping that way, the plan is they're called straight bar dips, similar to like at the top of a muscle up, where I'm basically going to be like this. The range of motion really isn't very much. Going from here, dipping, and then pushing up. Feels a lot more different, a lot more stability coming into it already. I can tell literally on that very first rep, a little bit shaky, but yeah, straight bar dips, basically leaning forward, going down to, I don't know, just about where my chest is, and straight back up again. So here we go. Oh, so you'll have seen me during that, trying different variations, hooking my legs behind. I try to straighten my legs out in front, just to see what felt more comfortable. But as I say, the range of motion is very minimal, but it is no different to if you're doing a muscle up, pulling up, twisting, and doing that, just that last little push. That's pretty much what this is. Obviously, again, you'll see we've got a weighted vest on, so I'm making sure if I'm able to do this with this on, should make it a whole lot easier when this is off. Considering the range of motion is so minimal, these are absolute killers. Because I feel like it keeps all the tension on your tricep the whole time. Whereas, obviously doing dips the old school way, let's see if my small self can step over these bars. Oh. The old school way, obviously as you get towards the bottom of the rep, a lot of the strain obviously transfers from your tricep into your chest, depending on how far you lean forward and stuff. But doing the straight bar ones, as you can tell, I'm a lot more out of breath. All the focus on my tricep. But normally, I can do these types of dips pretty deep. My knees are on the floor. But yeah, new challenges, eh? Next up on the list are pike push-ups. So I did these in a previous video, and these are like one of the absolute essential things when it comes to any kind of calisthenics. Making sure that your shoulders and your wrists are strong enough. So here we go. I'm gonna try and do 3 sets of 10. Obviously, if I can push a little bit harder, I will. But yeah, doing this on the grass probably isn't gonna be the best place. But here we go, 3 sets of 10 pike push-ups. Let's do this. I'm pretty sure I said this in the previous video as well. I think one of my biggest issues at the minute is my flexibility. My hamstrings, just behind my knees, absolutely kills when I'm trying to get my legs super straight and like high up for the angle of the pike. So that's one thing I really need to focus on, is improve my overall flexibility. Sorting out my wrists as well. They don't hurt as much as the previous times, so that's definitely something I have been working on. Sitting there, I tried doing some press ups the other day with one arm, one wrist bent this way, one wrist sort of the normal way. Doing a couple, putting most of the weight on this side, but just helping to improve the flexibility of my wrists. This is going to come into play a lot as we move and we progress further. So it turns out I missed the record button during the last set on the pike push-ups. I'm not one to lie, I did do the pike push-ups. In the previous video, I admitted when I skipped sets and stuff. This time round, I actually got them done. Yeah, the last set, 10, they were absolutely killing my hamstrings. Again, the flexibility is a serious issue. I'm really gonna have to work on it. It's quite crazy really, because when I was younger, I actually did gymnastics to a pretty high standard. I had every badge that was available. I did some crazy stuff. I used to be able to do like backflips and land straight in the splits, box splits, front splits, whatever, all these different variations. And now I can't even bend over and touch my toes. So to be fair, I'm actually going to try and do that now. And then maybe we can use this as like a progress thing. So this is straight leg. And that is as far as I can get. So I'm not even really at my shins. If I was to bounce, yeah, I can just about touch the tongues of my trainers. That really hurts. So my flexibility is really not great nowadays. But next exercise, we're gonna try some L sits on the bars. If these are a little bit too difficult, now that my arms are a little bit wrecked, I'll go do some hanging knee raises like previous, but I do wanna mix it up. The L sits will be good for stability muscles as well. So obviously it's gonna bring in my shoulders, my forearms, a lot of like holding onto the bar, doing the L sits. So let's try and get 10, 15 reps. So I've actually decided to switch it up. I'm just gonna do hanging knee raises on this bar instead. I feel like the L sits, like, I wasn't feeling it as much in my abs. And weirdly, it's just causing my hip flexors to ache like crazy. And so I'm not actually getting the benefit from it that I'm meant to be. Again, a little bit of flexibility coming into it, my hip flexors, my legs just in general. Spend a lot of time sitting down gaming, you know. So yeah, I'll focus on that, work on that, and then I'm assuming that'll then help to actually focus my abs a little bit more whilst doing the L sits. But for now, hanging knee raises. When I did these at the gym the other day, this is my go-to sort of ab exercise anyway, this and weighted pullovers like using a cable. So let's get it. Oh, yeah, I feel that's so much more in my abs compared to the L sits. Just the crunch, so much better. Oh, but that is it. That is it for the workout. What I'm actually debating doing, or what I am gonna do, is on that little thing over there, give it a go. Give the muscle ups a go. So as you see straight away, the height of the bar is gonna mean that like My lats aren't in a fully stretched out position, which is then going to allow me, because clearly I can kind of do the pull-up section of the muscle up movement. The bit that I'm struggling with is the rotation into the tricep push down bit of the movement. It's this transition between the pull, you kind of have to rotate your wrists over the top of the bar so that you can like get above and push. So by having it here and being in a standing position, I can pretty much jump into the right position and then push. So I'm gonna basically like kind of step forward here, create a bit of a swing and go. There we go. So it's that rotation and then back down to here. And then you kind of arc to get that push. There we go. So it's just that. So we're going from here. Imagine I'm doing it properly, hands over the bar, forward. Let's go, man. Yes. Right. There we go. That's a bit of practice. So we'll keep doing this, progressing on the pull-ups. I'm giving it, obviously I'm going away for a month, but after that, I'm giving it 2 months. You heard it here, 2 months till my first pull-up unassisted.